Thanks, Ben. So I'd like to call to order the Montgomery County Industrial Development Agency meeting. Oh, yeah, can we stand and do the pledge, please? Thanks.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and liberty and justice.
Thank you. So our first one is the minutes from January 11th. They're in our packet. First set is from our governance committee. Give you a minute to look at them. Pretty easy. Any comments? Anything that needs to be changed? If not, we have a motion to approve.
Make motion.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Staying? Approved. The next set of minutes are for the organizational meeting that also occurred on January 11th. We have a motion to approve the minutes. Thank you. A second. Thanks. All in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Abstained? The last set of minute meetings is for the regular one that also occurred on January 11th. Any changes, any comments, questions, concerns? If not, we have a motion to approve.
I'll offer.
Thank you. A second.
A second.
All in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Abstain? Carried. At this point, I'd like to ask that we go into executive session to discuss the finances of a company. Do we have a motion? Second? All in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Abstain? We're in executive session.
We have a visitor motion.
So no actions were taken in our executive session. Our next part of our agenda is the communications. We don't have any. Public comments, vendors, nobody.
Still check, I think so. No.
So we don't have anyone in the room or via the teleconference that is here for public comments. The chair's report, there is none this month. Director's report.
The other than that, just you guys, hopefully it was a large file, hopefully you guys all received the property report, this year. See, we changed the format, put a lot more graphics and everything in there so that people would actually look at it. So we like the direction that we've gone, the staff have gone with the annual report, and as I stated in my email, obviously, you know, we have a tremendous staff here, you know, in our office. So I appreciate it. So, let's say.
All right, financial report, Sheila.
Yeah, so you won't have the statements, balance sheet, income statements until next month, due to the audit. The transaction report is included, and I did it from January and February, since we didn't have a meeting. Your general fund transaction and your money market transaction.
And we need a motion on this, right, Sheila,
Need a
to
motion
accept,
Approve those
to
transactions.
approve the transactions. Any questions or comments for Sheila on the transactions? No. If not, can we have a motion to accept? Ed, second. Cheryl, all in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Abstain? Approved. The revolving
Yep.
loan.
Also included is your revolving loan fund report, and as of today, everyone on the report is current.
So number 3 is current. now.
Oh, good.
Okay, good.
Yeah, they made up, there was a financial situation that they were dealing with, everything.
Need anything on this? Do we need any action on this?
No,
Okay.
no,
Any questions for Sheila on any of those? Great. Marketing report.
Yeah,
Go superstar.
Yeah, that's the first thing I was gonna mention. If you didn't see the newspaper, Montgomery grant was in there. We awarded 16 different businesses throughout the county. A big mix of agricultural and, just restaurants, hospitality industry, auto industry. So that's been a success, and looks like we may be able to start filtering through these faster than in the past. So we're hoping we can get through this one, you know, by the end of the year and next round. So that's been a good for us. And regards to other marketing, we still been doing our Facebook posts, small businesses a month. Me and Ken just went out to onesie tees and some pictures, video, so we're creating a short video for that. And he's still in the process of creating videos, larger videos for a focus on business. We also have restaurant week coming up, so our intern will be going out, taking photos and things of that nature to promote the restaurants that are participating. I also went to Hill and Marks with our intern and Morgan McCleary last. And took some video and pictures, so updated content for Hill and Marks, who are actually now listening to Brady Plus. So they could actually might start seeing new trucks with picture of Brady Plus, bright orange and blue on that.
Yeah, that's that.
So, in regards to tourism, our office in Amsterdam should be opening up in April. We're just waiting on some more furniture to come in from Humboldt. That'll get there April 11th. So, I have some type of grand opening then. We have, like I said, restaurant week coming up. There's potential of pickleball tournament. In the summer, we'll have our kayakathon. We'll have Blues Up Irvine still, Elves Day Out, and then assisting in some other state programs, things going on. And so we're generating a lot of content, videos, shorts, tourism side as well.
With your office on the south side, you plan on putting signage on the bike trail to let people know that there's a,
Yeah,
like kiosks and stuff?
yes, and we did just get designated, Trout Town as well, so there's certain stipulations with that too, coming off the bike path where it has to have access to public, the restrooms, and signage and things of that nature, so we'll be doing that. April, we have the Brownfield Summit as well, so me and Alex will be presenting there. One of the sites is the Five Corners in Amsterdam, and then we kind of have to figure out what our second site, gonna be marketing as well. And yeah, I don't know, is there anything else I'm missing?
How many applications did you get out of this? People were.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow, about 47, 47, or 46, 47.
Was the majority of them from ag type businesses or?
There was a majority ag, but there was probably 15, 20
Restaurants,
restaurants,
small business.
automotive, yeah.
Any data from the last round?
In regards to,
Success rate or?
yeah, I mean, last round was, we did 11 businesses in the last round. That was pretty much half ag, half, regular businesses. But, that could have ran a little smoother, but it definitely, businesses were very appreciative, and a bunch of them applied again in this round. So,
You plan on going out to the businesses after they purchase their items?
yeah, it's part of the reporting. Part of the reporting, the state comes out and we visit.
Put it up on their Facebook and stuff.
So being a part of that committee too, coordination of staff, again, just want to acknowledge the staff did a great job on that. We are creating a couple different policies as we move forward on that, because there were some things like, if you had gotten it at round one, we wanted to wait a certain amount of years because of the amount of applications we're getting, so that you wouldn't be considered that next year, because, these people are just coming back to the well, and we want to spread that wealth a little bit. So there was a couple other things that we had talked about as a committee to kind of change the application next year.
Yeah.
This is really the jobs, obviously it's the opposite of what we do here at IDA. This is small, limited, not really to create numerous jobs, but to help smaller businesses, right? So, these guys did a great job. We had some applicants that we didn't know if the facility was located in Montgomery County or if it was going to be utilized in Fulton County. So again, I just want to acknowledge everybody here who was a part of that. It was a big lift, and they had all of our applications ready. They had done some preliminary scoring. They had really helped us as a committee to make the right decisions. So,
And I think we do a good job of spreading the wealth of
yes.
too.
And the representation on the committee, Vinny, is really good. I mean, we have ag that's, represented on it. It's a very good committee, well-rounded committee.
Yeah.
Anything else on marketing? Good job.
Thank you.
Great job. All right, unfinished business, I don't think we have any. So on to new business. Our first one is in the 2023 annual independent audit. This came to us with a positive recommendation from the audit committee. Any?
It's resolution number 2403, the resolution accepting audit report presented by Weston Company for financial period ending December 31st.
Any questions or comments about that? If not, we have a motion. Second,
I'll second.
roll call vote, Andy?
Yep. Ed Watt,
Yes.
Patty Beck,
Yes.
Mark Kowalczyk,
Aye.
Amanda Ricketts, everyone gets out, Cheryl Reese,
Aye.
Brad Place.
Aye.
Motion passed.
The next one is the 2023 financial and investment report.
The big resolution number 2404, resolution to accept the 2023 annual financial and investment reports of the Montgomery County Industrial Development Agency in accordance with Public Authority Accountability Act of 2005 as presented and certified by the CEO and CFO.
Any questions, comments? If not, can we have a motion?
Actually,
Second. Roll call
Cheryl Reese,
aye.
Matt Beck,
vote? Yes.
Mark Kowalczyk,
Aye.
Amanda Ricky is out, Louis Williams is out, Brent Pettiford? Yes. And July.
Aye.
Motion passed.
The next new business is the 2023 Paris report.
Yep, this just needs, an approval to submit the Paris report, to the ABO, IDA 12/31/23. As you'll see, it is unsubmitted at this point. Again, we just need to update the links, for the, official audit and investment reports. And everything else is good to go.
As mentioned in the previous meeting, just want to acknowledge Steph and Sheila for the work that they did on this. This is not easy work, and every year it's pretty impressive of how well they do on the reports.
And children on the trees.
And how grinded by Prentigan.
Just overall, how is that tool to use? Is it okay or cumbersome?
It's, yeah, no, it's user friendly.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty user friendly. I guess like,
Repetitive.
it is.
Yeah.
But it's pretty easy.
But it's user friendly.
Do copy paste and stuff.
Yes, yeah, just mostly just the links, they'll ask for the link, which is the website,
Okay.
tools, but yeah. Most of the information you have to actually data entry. We just need a motion to.
We just need a motion to approve.
All right, I'll offer some time.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Abstain? Approved. The next one is the 2024 mission statement and performance measure. As discussed in the governance committee, this came to us with a positive recommendation. Ken, do you want to just?
Yeah, the resolution 44-05, the resolution adopting the 2024 mission statement and measurement.
Any comments, questions? Discussion?
No.
Okay, if not, we have a motion.
Good mission.
I'll make a motion.
Second,
Second.
roll call vote on this, please.
Yep, Cheryl Reese,
Aye.
Matt Beck,
Yes.
Mark Kowalczyk,
Aye.
Amanda Ricky is out, Louis Williams is out, Brent Pettiford?
Aye.
And July.
Aye.
Motion passed.
The next other new business is our internal management assessment. Ken, you wanna? We'll do this for Sheila?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So that is, a report that's required by the authority budget office also. And this report just identifies, the, assessments of the internal controls of our IDA. There's a list of all of the, we basically just, cut and paste, everything that they required. We go through it each year to ensure that we're doing, what they're requesting. And this report, is signed by Ken and I.
Yeah, it gives you a good indication of what internally happened behind the scenes with staff. All of our
You need just a motion to approve this.
I think
Nothing, just
Just informational.
Okay. Any comments or questions, discussion on this? Okay. The next one is the real property transactions report.
Yes, this goes up on the website. We have to do this yearly. This is also,
Somebody lives in Florida.
BAAA. You can see there, well, we did do the one property transaction, it was a advance of 198 acres in the back of the park. Here, 131 Riverside. A lot of those, Brett, the big one that you referred to in the Florida Business Park, that's property behind Target that we had to put into a conservation.
I was just gonna ask about that, because it still shows up.
I thought that was more than that. Yeah, it's a large tract of land.
Yeah, that's 120 acres. Some of these little ones, obviously, there's property out front, when you first pull into the park. And then if you go down towards Beach, some of that property that was wetlands and everything, it was a house with a foundation. On there,
Pretty sure the old Hershey Road.
yep, to the east, so that's what a lot of these other properties are. That big one.
That's something, yeah, that's large.
Yep. So this is just information purposes for you, know, you guys and this.
Again, just another informational item on the agenda. An additional piece under the new business was, a resolution to do a public hearing for, the Dollar General.
Yeah, so this would be resolution 24-06. We did receive a revised IDA application, draft IDA application from them, whereby their project investment has almost doubled on their project for this park, so it requires a public hearing and those types of sections that we receive will be over $100,000 increase, so.
As discussed, it was added a little later so that we could try to get in, stay in the time frame that the company would like us to do. Do we have a sponsor? Thank you. A second? Ed? Roll call vote on this, please, Andy.
Brett Pettiboyce.
Yeah.
Matt Beck.
Yes.
Marco Walter.
Aye.
Cheryl Reeves.
I,
And Drew Watt. Aye. Motion passed.
One other thing under new business, we have had the privilege of working with our legal counsel, who has announced that they are going to be retiring at the end of the year. Sometimes these chats are more meaningful sometimes, and this is one of those times, so I apologize if my emotions are on my face. Joe is going to be leaving, is going to be retiring, and I can just share from a personal perspective that I know when I started on this board and I was treasurer and I was signing checks, Joe actually, I made a comment of something like, I don't even know what I'm signing, and jokingly, normally, like I do, and Joe, in his wisdom and great mannerisms, kind of said, that's funny, but this is your responsibility. And it really did help me understand really the responsibility we have as a board member. I mentioned earlier that, I had another experience on a different IDA. The experience with our legal guidance and counsel has been significantly different. Joe has just been a tremendous resource for us. I will share that, Matt Ossenport, our county executive, wanted to be here today. He couldn't. And one of the comments that Matt made, and I just feel it so accurately describes Joe, is when you're in the presence of Joe, you feel like you're a better person. And I think it really does describe him, and you want to be a better person because Joe's a good guy. And not only is he a good guy, but he's just done a tremendous amount for us here at the county. I know for me personally, he's just been there's people you meet in your professional career that you really admire from a distance. And you never really, I don't know if they know it, the impact that they have on people. And he's someone that I just hope he realizes the impact he's had on, a small county in upstate New York, as he's done other, bigger counties and done things, but he's really had a personal impact on a lot of us here in this county. And I just really wanted to thank him, both for his professionalism and that personal touch that he brought to this job. And, we jokingly tease Chris that he's got some awful big shoes to fill, but Joe's done an awful good job of mentoring people, I think, in that firm too. And Chris is kind of a chip off the old block. He really does bring a different way of doing business, but he's got a lot of Joe in him. And that's a really good positive trait. So Joe, I just, as the chair, I get the privilege of being able to say this, and it really means a lot to me, the things you've done for us in this county, and me personally. You have had an impact on our lives that I hope that you realize that as you transition to this next chapter of your life. And I know Ken wanted to say something too, so.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, the chair, spoke for, I think, what all of us are feeling at this table. Joe and I, we've known each other, worked together for over 25 years. Yes, I am that old.
I'm older.
And Derek, you are a little bit older, but it's been, you guys don't know about Joe, there's been times where we've done projects and it's been 11 o'clock, you know, specifically with some lawsuits that, you know, kind of some of our projects, 11, 12 o'clock at night that we need to work out stuff together, going back and forth on there for that. You know, on a personal note, and things that ever happened in my personal life or with family or something like that, I can rely on Joe. And, you know, he's hooked us up and guided us. And, you know, Joe's learning from him and the way he presents himself professionally, like Matt says, and he's actually, you know, kind of almost been like a father. You know, I lost my dad, Joe was for that, but I lost my dad at 27. He's always been there. He's a good guy. And, you know, to find an attorney that you can say is a good, you know, it's hard to do, but, you know, we're gonna miss Joe. Chris does have some big shoes to fill. You know, I'm personally gonna miss Joe, and, you know, and Paul's probably looking down, smiling, saying about time right now. So Joe, from the bottom of my heart, I'm really gonna miss you. I wish you the best. You know, if you're retired.
And we do have a plaque for you. Well, I gotta say something. Holy. No, thank you very much. It took me a while to get to the point where I was comfortable retiring. You know, I think if you had talked to my wife 10 years ago, she said the friggin' guy's gonna die in the office. You know, I've had the opportunity to accomplish a few things. I've had a great run. It's been 40 years. You guys are actually gonna make me cry. I've only teared up with one other client during this whole thing. Once I got to the point of, hey, I think I can retire and I think I want to move on. And that was difficult because I love the work and I've had great clients. I've had great relationships. This is not transactional. Ken's right. He and I have been on the phone late at night, early in the morning, and it's because he cares and you guys care and I care. You know, that's what made this whole thing worthwhile, not my part. You know, it's professionally very interesting, but the personal relationships with all of, you know, people like you are just, it really made it hard for me to say, no, I think I want to do something different with the amount of time, whatever that is, I have left. And there's no issues there. I feel great. You know, the firm's great. Everything's great. I just say, you know, I've had it, you know, and that's, I'm 80 years old. But once I got with that, I said, okay, you know, 40 years, great run, you know, had a lot of professional success. What do I do with all these clients? And, you know, you've seen the people that I brought in on other stuff, you know, the Dan Spitzers, the Chris Canadas. I don't bring just anybody in my office to work on stuff for you. And we've got a great team at the firm. You know, Chris, just ask him. He's my best hire, you know, and he's fabulous. He's been with us for 7 years. He's practiced law in this area for 23. So I feel good about my decision, but I also feel good about how I'm leaving things. And this transition and my decision, you know, I didn't decide on a Friday and I'm out the door on Monday. I'm here the rest of the year. You know, there's really there's not going to be any real significant change between now and the end of the year. You know, I'm done full time at the end of April. I'm 8 to 10 hours, you know, the rest of the year, but that 8 to 10 is whatever it's going to be. It's, you know, we need to get something done. We're going to get it done, you know, and that makes me feel good because I know that the clients are going to be in good shape. And then also, I feel good because I know I've got a great team that I'm handing the ball off to. And, you know, I'm glad you mentioned Paul. I've got one of his rulers, you know, reelect Paul for city, you know, and I use that when I read documents in my office. So I see that guy's name, you know, and I don't want to be accused of staying around too long. You know, maybe Paul was, you know, he lost a step at the end. Great lawyer, great colleague, but I don't want people ever saying that about me. I wanna go out before people are throwing me out. But I'm telling you, your words are very, you know, they got to be, Chair, and it's because I feel the same way. You know, I really care about this work and I care about my clients. And, so thank you very much. It was an opportunity to work with you. And like I said, I'm here for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
So you're gonna see me next month.
Yeah, we wanted to make sure we did something as soon as we know, and I think Ken and all of the staff here really wanted to do. You know, I know you're probably gonna get a ton of these, we just wanted to be one of the first.
You know, it's really nice to be appreciated, you know, lawyers, you know, used car salesmen, you know. So thank you, it's really, really very nice, really, you know, obviously you didn't have to do it, I felt good about our relationship before, this is like, I'll be on cloud nine, I wish I brought my wife, so she could
Skip the other parts.
Well, wait, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a number, whatever, so. No, enjoy,
Thank you very much.
and I'll let anyone else if they want to
Well, I
just
was
say.
gonna say, like, we really don't know each other at all, so I've got 9 months to get to this.
So you got work to do, you know? No, but it's very generous of you to thank us. However, please just remember those words because they're truthful and meaningful. And, you know, Ken sharing what he shared, I think is, you know, I appreciate it very much. And I'm sure we all do in this room. And again, Joe, just, thank you because it's probably not the right way to say it. It's been an amazing, fun time with you. And, you know, we hope that we stay in touch whenever we can and do certain things together too, so.
Absolutely.
Go get your plaque so we can clap.
Yeah. What this basically says is to honor and recognize his years of outstanding legal service and dedication to the Montgomery County Industrial Development Agency and the Montgomery County Capital Resource Corp. By participating, leading, guiding with integrity and devotion. So.
Well, I've said what I was going to say. This is really impressive. Thank you.
Yeah. Sure. What are you gonna do in retirement? Thank you.
Hey, you always run from hell
So if we can now have a motion to adjourn. Second,
A second.
all in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Abstain? We're adjourned.
If anybody wants to return their audit documents.
Yes.
Take them.